just sometimes you don't want to get out of bed. Well, you really don't want to get out of bed, because if you do, then you get out of bed, then you got to go take a dump, and you ain't got a plan. And that comes down to the end of the story, but you know how the story goes. It always goes like this. Welcome back once again to the channel. You guys know who it is, JJ, with you on JJ's PC Builds. Yes, I gotta look here and here because I got two cameras coming at me. So, don't mind me. I'm just testing things out like usual. Well, first time here, hit the subscribe button. Keep me busy. Hit the like button. Keep YouTube busy. Don't forget about your notification bell so you know when I post next video or live stream. And also, too, make sure you got your root beer. Since I don't actually drink actual beer, I got root beer. You guys know what I mean, right? What can I do, right? So I got my root beer. Oh, there you go. Root beer. I like doing that because I go root beer and hides my face. Look at that. Okay. I'll stop screwing around. So I'm going to put my root beer, since everybody thinks I'm an alcoholic. Bush. How's that go? Man, one of them Bush commercials. Today we got something to talk about. I know I just got done making a video. Keep your pantyhose on. I'm trying to do like the other reviewers, trying to get myself my fix for today, my sugar level fix. So if y'all are wondering where I was getting my sugar level fix, I get my fix. See, now we can focus on the fix. No, we can't. But yeah, we can. Since I add a little bit of this, focus, you son of a bitch. Focus. 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 I got that from Walmart. It usually keeps me in good spirits. So, you take a little bit of that, add it to your root beer. I know you guys are going to say, ew, Jay, that's gross. Well, you don't have my taste buds, I guess. But make sure you tie it on tight. And then you just shake it up. Yeah, it does flatten the soda, but that doesn't matter to me, because in a little bit, I'm going to add some water to it. That's really going to gross you guys out. I flatten the carbon all out of the soda. I put water in there to dilute it. I dilute it for the simple fact I want to spread out my sugar level, and I'll dilute it. There we go. Yeah, the box I got back behind me is a AIO cooler. It was in a project that I was thinking about doing, since I have 4 of these, but I only can find 3. These are the Peltier plates. I found 3 out of the 4. I found an air cooler that I can use with it. And also, too, I found 2 additional fans right there. So 2 additional fans. These are the TEC1-12706. You can buy them on Amazon all day. I have something in mind. I'm still going to have to order some parts because I still have something in mind. You guys are just going to have to stick around for that video and remind me about that video so we can get that going. Can't tell you what video it's going to be named or labeled, but I can tell you it's coming. And I got to order the parts, and that could take 2 weeks to a month. So that's all depending on where I order it from. But anyway, let's get to the crux of the story. And I'm going to tell you where you can find the story. The link will be in my description below. So RAMpocalypse. Again, here we go again with it. The RAM market has finally gone off the rails. And what we're seeing right now isn't just a price spike. It's basically, guys, a full-blown RAMpocalypse. DDR5 prices are climbing. DDR4 is disappearing. AM4 motherboards are drying up. And now the biggest thing in memory, the biggest three things in memory manufacturing, the biggest companies. No, I would say biggest companies. Yeah, they are the biggest companies in memory manufacturing in the world. Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron are facing. I just got the news about this about maybe. Ooh, that hurts. I gotta fix this. There. Sorry about that, guys. These companies are facing federal class action lawsuits accusing them of colluding to manipulate supply inflated prices. AI bubble is going to get ready to pop, especially when you got the U.S. government coming after them. There's going to be a big stink coming up soon. I'm just reading off of what I found out a couple minutes ago. Before we go any further, I'm just going to make this point clear. Let's make one thing absolutely clear. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a legal analyst or a legal expert in any kind of antitrust litigation whatsoever. Everything that's discussed here comes from publicly available reporting from outlets like WCCFTech and VideoCardz. This is commentary, not legal advice. So now we got that out of the way, let's talk about what is actually going to be happening. For months, RAM pricing has been acting strange. I mean, so strange it makes you think that, you're kind of going goofy, walking backwards with your head walking forwards. DDR5 prices have surged across the board. Kits that used to cost $80 to $100 are suddenly now $150 and $200. $300, depending on the speed and capacity. That's United States price. But do remember, the prices do go up around $1,500. And while some people blamed AI is the problem, or the demand, or the manufacturing transitions, or the supply chain hiccups, the truth is that the price increases were too synchronized, too consistent, too widespread to be random. Because if you remember, they, in one of their earnings calls, if I remember right, they made an announcement that they're going to actually raise prices to offset the market permanently at a higher level. That thing is just wildly getting on me. So I'm just keeping you guys in the loop on the fact of what they've talked about in the past. That's good. And now what it looks like from 2026 and beyond. My opinion, just doing commentary on this. So stick with me to the end. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. You got to keep me working and YouTube working, guys. So that's where the lawsuit comes in. According to the allegations, Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron, the three companies that control almost the entire globe of DRAM market, are accused of coordinating production cuts to artificially inflate RAM prices. In other words, instead of letting supply and demand naturally determine pricing, they allegedly restricted output to create scarcity. If you remember Jensen saying scarcity is a beautiful thing. Less supply means higher prices. Higher prices means bigger margins. And when three companies control the entire market, it doesn't take much to coordinate or to shift global pricing. These allegations are true, guys. You know this and I know this if you've been following the story. It explains everything we've been seeing all along. It explains why DDR5 prices jump so fast. It's to explain why DDR4 prices stopped and they're falling. We know all the companies made an announcement that they're going to be cutting production of DDR4 and they're going to make it extinct. We all know that. And they all of a sudden started ramping it back up again because it was in demand. So they let the prices jump up a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher on DDR4. And all of a sudden, AMD makes the 5800 X3D. That makes DDR4 RAM more relevant. So they ramped up more production, they make more cost. And it's a snowballing effect to the consumer. So that explains why retailers suddenly have less inventory. And it explains why the entire memory market felt like a flip-flop. Overnight, that is. But the lawsuit is only one part of the story. The other part is DDR4 collapse. DDR4 has been slowly fading out of production because manufacturers assumed everyone would move to DDR5 by now. But it got too expensive, so people stayed on DDR4. That created a weird situation where demand for DDR4 stayed high, but supply kept shrinking. But manufacturers weren't producing enough. Retailers weren't restocking enough, and suddenly DDR4 kits that were everywhere a year ago started disappearing. This is why you're seeing DDR4 shortages. This is why DDR4 prices are creeping upwards like DDR5. This is why certain kits are impossible to find. And this is why AM4 motherboards, which rely on DDR4, are vanishing from Amazon, Newegg, and Micro Center. The entire AM4 ecosystem is drying up because the memory it depends on is no longer being produced at scale. So now we have a triple hit situation. DDR5 prices are inflated, DDR4 supply is shrinking, AM4 motherboards are disappearing. And in the middle of all this chaos, reviewers are saying things like, motherboard prices are dropping because RAM shortages are forcing manufacturers to adjust. But that's not the full story, guys. Motherboard prices aren't dropping because of RAM. The RAM is expensive. They're dropping because demand collapsed. People aren't upgrading. They aren't building new systems. They aren't buying motherboards because the total platform cost is too high. Retailers see this. Manufacturers see this. And that's why you're seeing temporary price dips, especially during events like Amazon Prime Day. But those dips aren't real market corrections. They're clearance moves. They're inventory dumps. Their attempt to move product in the market where nobody wants to spend money. And now, with this lawsuit in play, that is, the entire memory industry is under a spotlight. If the allegations hold up, we could see massive fines, forced changes in production practices, and even long-term shifts in how DRAM pricing works. But until the legal process plays out, guys, the market is stuck in limbo. Prices are high, supply is unstable, unattainable, all above. And PC builders are caught in the middle. So the RAMpocalypse isn't just about price spikes. It's about how fragile the memory market really is. When three companies control almost all global DRAM production, any coordination action, legal or illegal, can shake the entire industry. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. So what does it mean for you? And that's a question. And here's the answer to it. It means DDR5 prices may stay high until the supply stabilizes or legal pressure forces changes. It means DDR4 shortages will continue because production isn't ramping back up. It means AM4 motherboards will keep disappearing because manufacturers aren't making anymore. And it means motherboard pricing will stay unpredictable because the demand is tied directly into RAM affordability. So if you want to dive deeper into the lawsuit itself, you can explore RAMpocalypse reporting. If you want to understand the DDR5 pricing, check out DDR5 price trends. And if you want to see why DDR4 is fading, look at DDR4 supply declines. The bottom line is simple. The RAMpocalypse is real, and it's reshaping the entire PC hardware market. Prices are unstable. The supply is unstable. Until the dust settles, legally and economically, PC builders are stuck navigating one of the most chaotic memory markets we've seen in years. So, guys, I'm going to break it to you. Be 100 and 100 with you. Building a PC right now is a bad idea. Not unless you've saved up, you got nothing to lose, and you want to go for it. That's up to you. You do your thing. But I can tell you pricing right now is too much. Even AM4, the 5800X3D, is $100 too much. Especially when they took and turned around and redone from the drawing board the whole 5800X3D. It's unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen there. That's one clue. Another clue is when I was surfing Amazon, and half of the motherboards, including the one that I got, disappeared as well. That's another thing that I really looked into. You know, and then you got some of your deals that they're pairing up motherboards with CPUs so they can push them out the door faster. So we're looking at a whole market shift. So by the time 2027 rolls around, all the old stock is probably going to be gone. You got little stuff here and there. GPU prices are not getting any better. Contributed to the RAMpocalypse because of the memory shortage. So, end of the day, I have never, ever, in the many of years I've been doing this, ever seen such unfound crap. These companies need to get their head out of their keister because it looks like they're not learning anything. When everything's said and gone, what are they going to do? That extra income that they had coming in for their business, what are they going to do? If it's done, dried up and gone, where are they going to go next? There is nowhere to go because they're focused on the data centers, but they don't focus here on us gamers, us builders, us creators. They don't focus on us anymore. We don't matter to them anymore. And that's what pisses me off so much. You know, if they want me to praise them, then they need to get their head out their ass and really see what the real deal is, other than playing this stupid game of saying, oh, I need a data center. Oh, I need to fit a data center. No matter how many data centers you got, that's still not going to be enough for storage, for anything else. It's still not going to be enough. They're pushing all the countries into turmoil over this. You thought the crypto mining was bad? This is 50 times worse. It's all because everybody wants to jump on board, and when everything dries up, then they're going to cry, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. We should have stuck with you guys." And there's nothing going to be left but rubble. We're not going to be able to use HBM. There's no way. That high-stack memory, we're not going to be able to put it in our PCs. And plus, the motherboards we got ain't going to run it. They would have to do a whole new workaround to make that happen. And also, too, they would have to take and get with the motherboard manufacturers to make a new BIOS for it. Is it really worth the trouble? When they could have been, a couple companies could have been producing for the public, the consumer. They could have been producing small bandwidth memory for the consumer, but they didn't. They turned around and they took and cleared off their tables, switched everything around to high bandwidth memory. So in order for them to get back to making consumer memory, that's going to take months to years before they can get back to doing it, because they have to probably start all over again because they ditched their old stencils. So they're going to have to start all over again. And that could take months to years. So you can see it's not as easy as you think, guys. It's just like with the 5800X3D. TSMC had the old stencils, but they threw them away. So AMD had to go back to the drawing board and get new stencils made up. That's costly right there, in order to produce the 5800 X3D again. Because once they kick out the stencils, that's it. They have to start all over again. Just like with personal computing memory, low bandwidth memory. I just don't see them getting it back together anytime soon. It's going to take years for them to get it back together. They might be able to produce small amounts because they got certain machines that give you like 20 or 30%, but they're not even kicking out 15% at this point in time. So basically, we're all screwed. We're all in the same bucket. I'm just bringing this to you guys. This is the end of the video. I'm bringing it to you guys to just let you know what's going on, what I found out, and I'll leave the link in the description below on the article that I found this news. So, if you made it to the end of the video, we do appreciate you, and we welcome all the new subscribers to the channel. Welcome to the family. Welcome to JJPB community. And guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Well, no, not the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Keep me working. Hit the like button. Keep YouTube working. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video or live stream. And yes, I haven't fixed the audio yet. And yes, I've reinstalled the drivers. And yes, I am still working on it. So until I can get it fixed, you guys are going to have to bear with the audio. Just letting you know. Until the next time, the next video, you know what it is. We'll see you on the next one, guys.
Slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.